And if they don't know someone, they always know someone who knows someone who knows someone.
Yeah, and that could honestly be the highlight of your trip, but not only the highlight for your trip, it could be literally a highlight of a person's year. It is not a game. It's just really just to see who we could bless. That's all it is. And who can you bless to give the things that you've already bought?
And it's just really taking the time to listen to someone.
Yeah.
We were in Costa Rica. Jason was there for a business trip, and the housekeeping lady, she was so sweet. I struck up a conversation with them, But as I was packing up my things to leave, I realized there was so much stuff in here that I didn't wear. And I was like, you know what? Let me see if she wants this stuff. And when I tell you, she started crying. She was just so excited. And she was like, are you serious?
You are blessed with a lot right now. You are blessed with the fact that you can watch this on YouTube or on your TV, or you can even listen to it, to where you're going to a place where your little may be a lot to somebody else.
Got me upside down.
Bag. What we basically did was have a bunch of the boys' shorts in here. We have some shoes, just a bunch of other stuff in here. So, and some women's clothes. But think about doing this when you go on vacation. It helps out people so much. And this was like one extra bag we bought. It didn't cost us anything to bring the bag. So, something fun to do, and it's a blessing to others.
We all packed a vacation, but what if one of those bags that you packed, it wasn't for you?
If you ever donated clothes or you've stocked up on items for the Dollar Tree, you clicked on the right video. We're going to show you how you can turn those items into gifts while traveling.
Yeah, and then the crazy thing is, like, we've done it while we're on cruises, while we're in resorts, while we're walking in the airport. It's really easy if you really think about it. You just have to do it with purpose. And this is how you do it.
Okay, it's not about showing off, or it's about showing up. So we do it quietly, we do it from our heart, and while we're traveling the world, it's just something fun to do.
Yeah, so let's get into it. You probably wonder, what are we talking about now? And this is like one of those things that if you've ever felt that you really wanted to make an impact when you're traveling, not just to take from a country, but to give something back to the country or to the environment that you're in, here's one of the things that you could potentially do. And this is what we call what?
This is called the giving bag, if I can pull it up. So this is just a regular bag that we have, no particular bag, but we call it the giving bag. And when we're traveling, you normally, especially if you're traveling internationally, you normally get 2 bags per person. So what we do is we like to make one of those bags a bag that we put items in that we were already going to donate. Like, so clothes that we were going to donate to maybe the Goodwill, or we were going to find an organization close to our home and we were going to donate them anyway. We fill that bag up, and when we get there, not the first day, of course, but as we're talking to maybe the staff, housekeeping, or someone in the hotel, or even our cab driver, we're talking to them, we get to know them. And this might be the cab driver that we've had for the week. We get to know them. We get to know about their story and if they have kids or something like that. And we try to find out, like, you know what, this person will be perfect to give these items to.
Yeah. And again, this is why you're wondering, like, why even do this? Like, vacations are fun. Travel is fun. We pray that it's not stressful for you, but it's a fun time. But it's one of those times that you just get to do something a little bit more past what you're doing already. And that's really something to just make an impact on a person or even just a community. There's been times where we were able to go on trips to where the entire group were able to go out and do things for schools in different countries. It's just something about giving back. And we believe that rather than giving it to Goodwill, and there's nothing wrong with Goodwill, rather than them turning around and selling it, just bless someone that you see that could potentially use whatever items that you have and bless it for their family, or use it for their family. And again, we're coming from, of course, guys know us, we have 2 boys, so a lot of the clothes that they have, they've grown out of. And for us, if we don't have anywhere to hand them down, of course we want to make sure that we just give them to somebody else.
Yeah, and this really helps with the kids too, because sometimes you're going on vacation and you'll notice that the hotel workers are working really hard and they're providing for their family, but they don't get paid a lot. In a lot of these countries, they get paid little to nothing, and they're doing something to help provide for their family. So what a nice gesture it could be if you give them something that they can take home to their kids, or something for them, and we're not we don't want you to do it in a way where you feel like you're showing off, or like really get to know the person you're giving it to. Like, speak to them, find out about them, because they might not need it, but they might know someone else who does
need it. Yeah.
Okay.
And the thing is, like, what we really do enjoy as far as us seeing like that connection take place of giving the bag to the person and not boasting or not showing it on social or anything like that. It's just to see the hope, the knowing that, oh my gosh, I know exactly who this is going to reach. Like, I literally was just talking to them. We had one instance where it was a couch, to be honest. It was a couch. And he said, you don't understand what this means. It wasn't for him. It wasn't for his family. It was for somebody that he met. And he said they just lost everything and they just were talking about a couch. So different things like that, you just never know. So it's always good to just kind of get to know the people and kind of go from there. But you're probably wondering, I know you're probably wondering, like, what do I even put inside the bag? Like, that's the biggest thing. What do you put in there?
So what happens when we go on vacation? Now, we're going on vacation in September and we're going to Mexico.
It's actually in a couple weeks.
And so what's going to happen is that we are going to have this giving bag. The nice thing about where we're staying, we are staying at a timeshare. So instead of us buying all new clothes for our kids who are about to grow out of these clothes in, the next summer, they're not going to be able to wear these clothes. We make sure that their clothes are nice, neat, and good condition. We're not telling you to give something that you wouldn't put your own family members in.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Don't do it.
So what we do is we're going to have all the clothes that they're going to wear. We're going to wash them and we're going to fold these clothes and put them in the giving bag. There might be items that I have. Like, I know that I have a couple of dresses that I worn on vacation. I'm like, girl, you can't wear that dress anymore because you've worn it so many times, and it's really in nice condition. I was going to give it away anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'll wear it there for the last time. I'll wash it, fold it nice and neatly, and I'll put it in the bag. And you have items too that you put.
Yeah, I have a ton of items. Even for me in my corporate days, there's one thing that we did from before was give away a lot of the shirts that I used to wear. And now I'm in a different role to where I'm not wearing a lot of button-up shirts or ties. So instead of giving those, or donating those, I'm finding someone who could potentially go on job interviews and they actually need those, especially in a different country. So I'm giving those away. I'm different like pairs of shorts. If I have like multiple colors or the same color of like shorts and things like that, and they're in really good condition, we'll wash them and we'll make sure that we put them inside the giving bag as well.
Yeah.
I noticed that a lot. I have like a ton of pair of socks. So, that's something that we may consider of putting inside the bag. As long as they're in really good shape and they're clean, clearly.
And the other things I do too is that I might find, like, because we just have boys, I find friends who, if we're going away, I'm like, hey, do you have any little girl stuff that that I know that they keep their stuff in good condition?
Yeah.
I'll bring it home, I'll wash it, I'll fold it, and I'll put those things in there. Now, I might be at Costco and I might see that there's some little girl panties or boys underwear and stuff like that new, because I would never give anybody used.
No.
But new, I will buy those. I won't buy adults, underwear and panties. Like, I just feel weird about that, but I will buy for little kids, and socks like that. And I'll put those things in the bag. Now, you might say, I don't want to do clothes. Fine, you don't have to do clothes. Let's think about school supplies. We did a trip before and we were like, let's buy some loose leaf paper, some crayons. And there's always someone who knows someone. And you'll be surprised because you might be like, no one wants this stuff. They do. We were in Dominican Republic and we were talking to one of the workers and he was like, we were driving through. If you take the time to look around where you're driving through, you'll realize that more people need than what you think. So we were driving through this area and there was these little kind of like shacks and the kids were playing outside. And we just started asking questions like, do they go to school? I'm a teacher, so I'm always asking about school and stuff like that. And he would just tell me like, yeah, but they don't have a lot of supplies. And we were like, bet. Next time we're going to bring supplies or we're going to ship them down. And that's what we did. We ship stuff down. We have a friend who goes to El Salvador every year. And that is the perfect time. We always go through our closets. We clean out our closets and we bring her bags and bags of clean clothes that we still would wear that we just don't wear anymore. And we give them. And it's such a great feeling knowing that these are things that are going to someone who's really going to need them and who wants them.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching our video. We're just taking a quick second to let you know that we have a website.
Yeah, did you guys know that La Pointe Life is online at www.lapointelife.com? You might see it down at the bottom of this description. Right now, we're loading up all our tutorials. We're loading up all our guides that we have because we believe that every family should travel outside their zip code and experience life outside their zip code. So head over to lapointelife.com right now. And make sure you check out some of the resources that we got out there for you guys.
Yeah, so keep watching the video, like, subscribe, and join the journey with us.
Let's get you back to the video. So and another question you may be asking, like, how do you even know? Like, how do you even start the conversation with someone to even get to the point of asking them, do you know someone? Or, hey, do you need this? And it's just really in small talk, especially if you're going to be at a hotel or at a resort, for a few days. You're going to get to see them, just like Brizette was mentioning. You're going to get to see them for a couple of days. And you're going to start noticing like the shoes that they wear. And, hey, those look like the size that I may have inside the bag. But you just have to have that already set, or the bag already set. So you already know that you're not going to be searching for something that they need. You're just looking to see who you can place into the things that you have already brought. Mm-hmm. So for us, it's like really Brizette. I would definitely say she's asking questions like, oh my God, do you have a family? And then he is, oh my God, what is your little girl's name? Mm-hmm. Like different things as far as like leading questions, but they're friendly questions that you're asking. And then overall, they'll start opening up and letting know, like, I have a brand new little girl, or my girl is starting school, or my boys are starting school next week. They're super excited. And especially we know that we're walking with a whole bunch of boy things. We're like, okay, this is perfect. We're actually, oh, do they wear uniforms? Oh, they don't wear uniforms. Wow, they must be excited. But you're just making those mental notes just to know, like, I think this is going to be the person right here. It is not a game. It's just really just to see who we could bless. That's all it is. And who can you bless to give the things that you've already bought, And
it's just really taking the time to listen to someone.
Yeah.
We've gone on cruises so many times, and there are men or women who are working on the cruise who are away from their family for months on time. Yeah. And they're not making a lot, but everything they're making is going back to send home to their family members. Mm-hmm. Now, you might say, I don't want to bring some clothes on the cruise ship for, someone. Well, think about things that you can bring. What about if you go to Dollar Tree and stock up on toothpaste and deodorant and soap and things like that? Mm-hmm. You can take those things and say, hey, can I give you these? Instead of, I know see a lot of people bring candy bars for the, the crew members. What about shampoo and things like that they don't have to spend their money on, mm-hmm. and they don't have to, take away from their check that they're going to send home to their family members.
Correct.
So it really just takes the time to just listen. Now, I just want to tell you how this all came about. We didn't normally do this, we don't do it on every vacation. So I don't want you to think every vacation, you want me to do this every time I go away. No, just pick 1 or 2 vacations out of the year and try to do this. Mm-hmm. So how this happened, we were in Costa Rica, and Jason was there for a business trip, and you were filming, and I was like, I tagged along. I had bought all these clothes. I bought all these clothes and all these shoes that I was going to wear. And we had just moved into this house, and I was so exhausted that the first 3 days I just slept. I slept in, and the housekeeping lady, she was so sweet. She would come by. They would bring food and stuff like that. And I struck up a conversation with them. I was like, oh, I'm a teacher. She's like, oh, I have 2 little girls, da, da, da. And I have small feet, so I just knew. I was like, okay, not even thinking about giving her stuff. But as I was packing up my things to leave, I realized there was so much stuff in here that I didn't wear, mm-hmm. that I probably wasn't going to wear again for another vacation because I bought it for this vacation. And I was like, you know what? Let me see if she wants this stuff, And so I packed up everything neatly. And at that time, I didn't have an extra bag to give it, mm-hmm. but I had I had a nice bag from the hotel. So I put everything in there. And when I tell you, and I asked her, and I was like, hey, do you know someone who has maybe a little girl, or maybe your little girl, that would want these items? There's some shoes in here. There's some sandals. There's, some dresses, some shorts, some shirts. And when I tell you, she started crying. She was just so excited. And she was like, are you serious? And I was like, yeah, and I didn't take a picture of it. I didn't brag about it. I just was like, here you go. And it just meant so much to her that I thought about her, and I thought about the conversations that we were having. And she was just like, her little girl is going to be so excited to get these things.
Yeah. And again, I think the biggest thing as far as what you touched on is just to make sure that you guys out there realize this. Depending on where you're watching this from, you are blessed with a lot right now. You are blessed with the fact that you can watch this on YouTube or on your TV, or you can even listen to it, to where you're going to a place where your little may be a lot to somebody else. And when I mean a lot, it may mean an extreme amount for someone else. So just consider the things that you may just take for granted, that you just throw in the bag and it goes to Goodwill and you never think about it again. Like, really think about what happens to that shirt It goes on a rack. They may sell it, they may not. You never know. Somebody may like it, they may not, or they may not even see it because there's so many things in there. But what if that shirt is going to somebody who really needs it? It means the world to them. So that's kind of like the mindset you have to put yourself in, and just don't think that, oh, everybody's doing that, they don't need it from me. Not everybody's doing it. Yeah, that's just one thing that you need to consider when you're packing a bag. If you even feel any type of apprehension of saying, should I really do this? Just really think. That little means so much to somebody else, and especially if you're going out the country.
Yeah, and you'll be surprised how much your kids get involved. Like, our kids get so excited about, oh, we're going to do a giving bag. Okay, like, no, I have these shorts, but I know after this I'm not going to wear them. Or I have this shirt, I know they would love this shirt, and they don't want, like, please go through the stuff and make sure that you would actually wear it again. Like, I can't stress that enough. Like, don't put stuff in there that you're not going to wear, and, tell your kids what you're doing. Explain to them. And it's such a good feeling. It really is. But please do not put this, like, you can put your giving bag on social, like, show your giving bag, but don't, like, embarrass somebody by saying, oh, we're going to give it to this person. Look, we gave it to, like, that's not what this is about. It's about doing something that's going to help someone else in a way that you would want someone to help you if you were in a situation, or you're trying the very best for your family.
Yeah, it's all about doing it privacy, love, and with humility. That's really what it's all about. It's not about the fanfare or boasting. No.
Yeah, and you'll be surprised, like, how many people love doing this. Like, after you do it the first time and you see the reaction from people, you're gonna want to continue to do it. We're not telling you don't. So please don't go out and buy an expensive bag. You don't have to do that. Find a bag that's in your house. The bags from, what is it, TJ Maxx, those like plastic but nice looking bags, those work. They're 99 cents. You could fold those up and put it in your suitcase. That works. But just think about, like, what joy it's going to bring to someone else. Think about, before you come home from that vacation, am I going to wear this again? Am I really going to even use this outfit that I put in this bag that I know is too small for me, but I bought it anyway? Give it to someone else, make someone's day. And also, we always try to leave a tip too, or, like, we leave money in the room or something like that, because, like, especially if you're on a foreign country, leave all the money that you have that you're not going to exchange at the airport. If you're not keeping it for a souvenir, just leave it, because it's going to make someone's day.
Yeah. So again, hopefully this video was helpful. Just one thing we just want to say, again, you're already traveling, just make the small effort just to pack the bag, because again, that small effort is going to go jump leaps and bounds for someone else when they actually receive that bag.
And if they don't know someone, they always know someone who knows someone who knows someone.
Yeah, and that could honestly be the highlight of your trip, but not only the highlight for your trip, it could be literally a highlight of a person's year, believe it or not, because again, there's still good people out there in the world.
Yes. So what we want you to do in the comment, we just want you to say if this is something that you think you would do. We absolutely know there's so many organizations here in the U.S. that we can help and that we do help. We're just saying this one thing we like to do when we travel. So let us know if you're going to do it. Show us a picture of your giving bag when you go, and please share this with someone who loves to, that they would love to do this, and they maybe just never thought about giving.
Yeah, or especially the person who travels a lot and they do complain about the things that they take and what they bring back. Let them know this, like, hey, this is an easy way as well for you to come back lighter.
Yeah, come back lighter with the things that, girl, you're not going to wear that.
You're not going to use it again. So in the comments, just like Brizette said, leave that. And also, just make sure that you're commenting on other people's posts, because again, that, believe it or not, you're helping a lot of people when you're just explaining the things that you are giving. Because a lot of people, they may not even know what to give. Even though we ran through some things, your ideas may spark curiosity in them to say, you know what? We do have a whole box of things that are in really good condition when our kids were smaller, and we just been looking for somebody to give it to. A great idea. So
or hey, let's go to Walmart when we get there and let's just go buy some pencils and paper, toothbrush, things like that. If you don't feel like carrying it with you, just little things like that. It helps. Little helps a lot.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it actually does. So hopefully, guys, see you next time.
Got me upside